Hello YouTube, I'm Pilot Stud and welcome back to another video. Now today I'll be going through my top 3 free flight simulators you can get right now. 2 of them on PC and 1 on your phone, so stay tuned. Hello YouTube, I'm Pilot Stud and welcome back to another video. So today, as I said, I'll be going through the top 3 free flight simulators you can fly on right now. If you're new here, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. I do flight training videos, flight sim videos, trip reports and a lot more, so if you love everything about aviation, you've certainly come to the right place. Be sure to smack that subscribe button right now. Okay, let's get into this top 3 list video. Okay, so kicking things off, we've got a highly realistic flight simulator and it's called DCS World. DCS standing for Digital Combat Simulator. Now this is probably one of the most realistic flight simulators out there at the moment anyway. I certainly struggle to fly in it sometimes because you do need to know the procedures of a lot of aircraft to even get off the ground. But don't worry if you don't, because you can start up ready to take off as with most flight simulators. So while it is free to play, you don't get everything. You get 2 aircraft when you first start off and you don't buy anything. That is the Sukhoi Su-25T Frogfoot, which is a Russian attack aircraft, and you've got the TF-51D Mustang, which is an unarmed P-51. Both really fun aircraft to fly, but where DCS really comes out is its flight dynamics, real world procedures and scenery. They're all stunning, and on top of that you've got this thing called Battle Editor or something like that, where you can kind of make your own battle scenarios. You can add planes, helicopters, tanks, troops on the ground and fight like you're in war. It's really cool, really awesome. It's very logistical, very realistic. It's also highly expandable, so you can fly anything kind of military related out of the add-ons provided, all the way up to an F-18 I believe, and there's also scenery packs that you can download as well, of course. I highly recommend this simulator if you're into combat flight simulation. It's fantastic. You've probably heard of it before as it's really popular, but let's move on to the second flight simulator I recommend. So another popular flight simulator that I really recommend, that is 100% free, at least the base kind of version is XPlane Global on the mobile. I'm pretty sure it's on Android as well. It's certainly on iOS, which is what I'm on now. It's fantastic because we've got a flight school which will go through the basics of everything in the Cessna 172 and Super Cub and all that. You've also got challenges which I don't think are available. Oh, they are available to me, but obviously only certain aircraft I've got. You've got free flight, and as you can see, you get the Cessna 172 Special Purpose and the Cirrusclear SF50 for free in the base version, as alongside quite a few liveries, which is very nice. And I believe if I scroll across, I've already also got the 777, which is a nice plane. Global scenery is available if you buy a subscription, but if not, you've got free scenery, and I think you get airports in Switzerland, Hawaii, Seattle, Grand Canyon down there, apparently Alaska by the looks of it, even though I'm not sure. But yeah, so you get quite a few airports even in the free version, and certainly a lot of space to fly. It's a really honestly fantastic simulator. You can even do 2-player multiplayer without a subscription, completely fine, or through the Game Center on iOS, and massive multiplayer. You can see you have to subscribe to actually do it all over the world, but if not, you can just wait in a queue when you get, I think, 10 minutes or 15 minutes, which is very nice. So it's very cool in my eyes. There's your second simulator I highly recommend. Here's some gameplay, I'll let you take a look, and then we'll move on to our third and final simulator. Okay, so I have to say the third and final simulator, that is completely free. Well, yeah, this one is basically completely free. It is an interesting one. It's a desktop flight simulator, and as you can see, I'm still getting 60 FPS on my desktop, and it's certainly interesting to say the least. First of all, it is global scenery. You've got global scenery everywhere as far as I'm concerned. You'll also notice we've got multiplayer, and we've got some aircraft coming in. It is incredibly chaotic most of the time. However, sometimes people do set up discords, so you might go to airports that are incredibly organised. So we're going to take off now, and I'll talk a bit more about it. So you can use a joystick with this sim, which is very cool. All aircraft are really easy to fly because there's no proper physics really in it. You've got some you can install on aircraft, you can spin, so it's very cool. You can pay for HD textures, which is just Google kind of imagery, as opposed to this, which is horrible. And most airports do have runway textures and taxiway. Actually, no, I don't think they have taxiway textures, but they have PAPI lights as well, which is very nice, I guess. As you can see, my joystick is coded into this, and gear does come up. This is a community contributed aircraft. If I go over to the aircraft list and try and fly at the same time, you can see we've got loads of aircraft already in the game, all the way from the Concorde to the MD-11 to the Super Cub. And if I click community contributed, we've got the 787 all the way down to the 146. Let's actually swap over to that. You can see we've even got lights for this one. Actually, this is a very nicely modelled, to be honest. You don't normally get lights. And they've got engine sounds quite realistic, to be honest. But I don't think there's any cockpit. As you can see, it looks really bad. But if you haven't got any money, or if you're short on money, or whatever reason, this is a really good simulator, I think. Physics aren't too bad. I mean, quite Flight Simulator XE, but it's really awesome in my eyes. It's a fantastic simulator if you want to just mess around if you're at school or whatever. So there's the third and final simulator. So we've had DCS World, which is incredibly realistic. Then we've had XPlane Global on the mobile, which is also very realistic. And finally, we've had GOFS, which is a browser-based simulator. It's not the best, but it's certainly a lot of fun. Let's try and do a barrel roll. Okay. And oh, yeah, you can see physics aren't the greatest. There we go. We just did a barrel roll in the 146. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this fun little video. Please make sure you comment in the description what simulator you're going to fly on. I'd love to hear it. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this top 3 video. If you're flying one of these today or soon, make sure you tell me in the comments if you enjoyed it, or of course if you didn't. I'm so excited for Flight Simulator 2020, so I'll be doing lots of videos on that, so make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're as excited as I am. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to all my captains. Your names are listed above and below me now. But from me today, that is all. Bye bye.